Hi folks, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. I was going to do some other recording for a bit, but it's decided it's raining so you can hear every single car. So we'll go back to Lardy for a bit. This was the one I started and everything went wrong, so I'm trying again. Fingers crossed, everything's recording.
Sorry, something happened a minute ago and I had to redo it. Hey there, I am actually live on YouTube right now.
Wow, I bet they're shocked. You never go live on YouTube, do you? She must have spent at least a third of her life live on YouTube. I need to record for my other channel as well, and I just wanted to let you all know, shameless plug, if you didn't know, that I do have another channel, and if you want to pop over there and have a mooch about, there's lots of different things on there. I'm reading songs at the moment, and it's amazing how much more you get out of it being read than just listening to the record. It's really weird. Anyway, it's Jules' voiceover, if you didn't know. I'll put a link in the comment thing if you want to pop along and have a look. That'd be great. Thank you.
Doing a Lori show.
Fucking Laurie show. Where's your theme tune then? Where's your intro? If it's a show.
Vegetable sushi.
Can it be called sushi if it's
And a
vegetables?
Coors Light.
And she's drinking lager. She only needs a teaspoon of anything alcoholic and she's all stupid. Can it be called sushi if there's no fish? I'm going to answer myself. Why does Bing keep coming? I don't want bloody Microsoft Bing. But what is? Japanese dish consisting of small balls or rolls of vinegar-flavoured cold rice served with a garnish of vegetables, egg or raw seafood. Ah, right, so it is then. Okay, I'll let her off. Not that I've ever had sushi, I wouldn't know.
I'm so thirsty. I probably shouldn't be drinking a Coors Light as my method of quenching my thirst.
No, you shouldn't.
Oh, this is falling apart, damn it.
God, she's so easily annoyed, isn't she?
Hold on.
Use a spoon!
Sorry. And I don't have a napkin.
Well, go and get one and get a spoon while you're there.
How is everybody doing?
Crap, thank you.
Wow. A lot of people getting on fast. No Gucci. Gucci, no.
Stop shouting
You're gonna
at
knock
him.
this whole setup over. Stop!
Maybe if you had a proper fucking setup, you wouldn't keep screaming at the animals.
Hi, Janet.
Damn it,
God,
Janet.
I need to do my hair. I know, I went for a walk and I walked the stairs up and down. Then I went grocery shopping, ran into two neighbors. I should not be eating this lying down. This is how I got in the hospital last time.
Oh, so now you're admitting it was your own fault. Haha. I was sick in the hospital because I ate 2 tons of food lying down on my stomach. Well, sit up then.
Down hurts.
Forgive me for being daft, but couldn't she make that herself at home? If all it is sticky rice and veg. She's too idle. She has to go and pay through the nose for it and then complain about how expensive it is.
Why? I haven't been for a walk in a while. This is a sports bra, by the way.
We don't care.
Oh,
Bad
such a
angle.
bad angle. I look very fat at this angle. Let's turn this.
Is that here? Is that here or at hers?
Oh, well, that's okay. I haven't walked in a while. Last time I walked around the harbor was in June. Oh, well, at least you were productive and you did something. I had conditioner in my hair, burping from beer.
Snivelling.
Ooh. There are these little girls riding around their bikes in a parking lot. You know, the parking lot here, it's so dangerous, but when I was a kid, I
Only dangerous if you're on the road.
rode my bike on the sidewalk only. And when I was really little, when I lived in New York, and I would go across the street to visit my friends, my mother would let me go. You know, she'd take me across, and then when I wanted to come home, I had to stand on the on the side of the street where my friends were, and yell, "Mommy! Mommy!" until she heard me from the house, and then she would look both ways and she'd say, "Okay, come on." She couldn't just come and get me. Oh.
Fuck's sake. Whatever she did, she'd be wrong. If she came down and got you, you'd be saying she was showing you up when you could cross the road on your own. Why didn't the woman whose kid you were playing with bring you back over? Wouldn't that have been the normal thing to do? Rather than leaving you on the sidewalk screaming until your mother heard you.
I was under 6 years old.
Oh, I used to walk to school on my own at 5. Pathetic.
She probably didn't have her hair done or whatever, but I don't know how I got over to the other side.
You just said she walked you across. Less than 30 seconds ago you said she walked me over there. If this was YouTube and I could rewind it easier, I would rewind it and replay it. Fucking idiot.
Oh no. God, I look rough.
Fishing
Not
for
really.
compliments.
I did get a foundation. And I left it in the car. Did I leave it in the car? Yes, and it's probably going to melt. So I have to go get it. So who's on? Janet. Who else do I know, though?
What about getting to know the people that are on, rather than only talking to the people that you know? What's the shouting? that somebody trying to sing? Can't be drunk at 2:30. But then again, who knows? Wouldn't be unheard of, would it?
Yeah, my mother still doesn't leave the house without full makeup. It was really, really good. Then I went grocery shopping and now I'm home.
So rude. Put your phone down.
I would love it if you could just tell me a little bit about yourself through this medium before I give a call. Okay, so I want to talk about have any of you watched the interview, if you want to call it that Shane Dawson did with Jeffree Star? Now,
No. And neither would I. Child molesting fucking racists allegedly don't come for me. No, thank you.
I'm not subscribed to either, and I hardly watch either one. It came up in my suggested, and I predict
A riot.
that this is going to put, well, first of all, Shane is a horrible interviewer, but not that I could be any better. He has these
Shane Dawson looks like he could get a shower. Anyone else think so? Every time I've seen him, he always looks like he's just run a marathon. He's all sweaty and greasy and nasty. Ugh.
facial mannerisms that make me crazy.
You've got a few facial mannerisms that drive people crazy too.
You guys can't see that just popped up on the screen, can you? Susie Gold, you made, oh my God. Can you please send me the recipe? That looks amazing. She made Persian rice. So, but forget that. Okay, that's me nitpicking.
Just for a change.
I just don't like some of his facial mannerisms, the way he goes. And okay, shh.
Now you frighten the living bejesus out of them. Go and calm them down instead of telling them to shush. You sniff, you cough, you fucking fidget with your teeth. There's 101 things I could write in a list that you do that's fucking irritating. Bugging your eyes out.
But that's neither here nor there.
Squishing your mouth together with your bottom lip first. How does she even do that? I can't. She doesn't go like most people do, top down. It's bottom up. Anywho.
For whatever reason, he was able to get a lot of information out of Jeffree Star. And no. Mm-mm. No, baby. You lie down. Mm-mm.
Oh, listen to her crying.
Feminine, yeah. But it's just like, I think I lick my lips a lot. Like that. And it bugs some people because some woman said something to me. Why do you lick your lips? Like, pom-pom. Everybody has mannerisms that bug people. Whatever.
This is going to open up a hornet's nest. What do I do that bugs you? Be honest. I want to know what mannerisms I've got that bug people.
It would not, it doesn't dissuade me from watching.
So stop talking about it then.
I have to say, it was unbelievable. I think it's gonna, I mean, he has 16 million subscribers.
Who?
He drives
Which one?
a G-Wagon, like he's not exactly poor.
Ah, Shane. Of course he's not.
And he's a little too self-deprecating. Is that the word? And he acted like he is poor. Maybe compared to Jeffree Star.
Everyone's poor compared to Jeffree Star.
So back to Jeffree Star. I mean, yeah, he's worked really hard. His house is a mess. Like, it's not even decorated, nice, really. And it's messy, but
So,
it's real. And oh my God, Nate is, everybody loves Nate, right? They think he's gorgeous.
you love Nate.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that because those are the questions I want to know. But Jeffrey was very patient. I'm glad he asked those questions. It was tacky. It made me cringe. Jeffrey handled it very well.
Can you get any further up Jeffree Star's hole? You do know his background, I take it. Or is this the first thing you've ever seen? Did you miss the bit about throwing acid on black people so that they could have lighter skin? Did that just wash over you then?
I don't know if that was for... He didn't get rich because he sucked a lot of dick.
Rude. If there's a tone, you have to lower it, don't you? You could have phrased that a different way, but no.
Works very hard. I believe he's a good person. I think he did come from a very bad place. A lot of people do. And make something. Excessive wealth bothers me terribly.
Because you don't have
So
it.
in my last video, I showed the foundation that I'm wearing that Dr. Terry Dubrow and Heather, and they work very hard. But the excessive wealth, her closet.
Have you seen your BFF's closet recently?
First of all, I'd never want to sit have you guys watched Heather's closet?
No.
So I'm relating the two because we went into Jeffrey's closet, and first of all, if I had limited edition Hermes bags that were an investment, I wouldn't have them sitting out. They would be behind glass.
Well, there's no point stressing over it, Lardy. You're never going to have it, so...
The way that Heather's clothes are in glass so that the hangers don't get dust. Not that they would. Because she has a staff to clean her house. Now, she is very real on her YouTube channel as well. And I feel like Jeffrey was very real.
Oh, he was real.
you don't know if he has respect or not for his wealth. I don't make assumptions like that. But it just bothers me. Not because I'm jealous, I just think I never want to be rich enough that I don't have to look at the price tag. Because then look at how many cars he has. And after a while, they don't mean anything to you.
Yes, but you could have all that money and you don't have to buy 100 cars. You could go out and buy different lip glosses. You like doing that. Don't they mean nothing after a while? Makes me laugh. If £100 million dropped in your lap and then someone came up to you and said, you can hand it back or you can keep it, what do you want to do? Would you hand it back? No, you fucking wouldn't.
When it's like these rich people could make it so that their children never have to work. Look at Lisa Vanderpump. Her son had to start at the bottom, at the beginning, as a busboy before he became a server.
That's how most people bring up their children. With a sense, what's it called? What's it called? A working thing. Whatever. Whoever, whether you have money or you don't have money, you instill that in your children, that hard work is good for you. And that's how you get things, through hard work. Just because parents have got millions of pounds doesn't mean that their kids get to sit on their hole and do nothing. Most people with lots of wealth don't give their kids handouts. Sting doesn't. Paul McCartney doesn't. They make them all go out and work on their own. But see, they still have an advantage though, because doors open for them because they've still got the name. Oh, are you Sting's son? Oh yeah, he'll get the job quicker than somebody else would. Or he'd get a chance at an audition before somebody else would. But they still make them work for a living.
Like, how do you, if your kids know that you have so much money, how do you instill in them?
See, that's your problem, Lardy. You don't know how to parent. I wish your mother had instilled in you to get off your hole and do something for yourself.
The morality, the ethics, I don't know what the word would be, to work. Like, Jeffrey keeps working. He doesn't have to.
Ask your mother.
He could stop now and retire and live off everything.
But
so
he'd
it's so
get
much more
bored.
than just money.
Yes, the money is a bonus, but he's a creative person. As much as I wouldn't buy from him if he was the last man on earth, he's very creative. He knows what he's doing. He works hard at what he's doing, and that's the bit he enjoys. Yes, he gets to fly around in a private jet and dress in full pink and have his nails done daily or whatever, but they're just added bonuses. I'm sure if he even didn't have that amount of money, he would still be doing what he's doing and thinking of new things to do, because that's the type of person he is. Whereas I think Shane would sit on his hole and just wait for money to roll in quicker than Jeffrey would. Not that I'm a fan of either.
Another interesting part was when he pretended, or they role played, that Shane was going to pitch an idea. And Jeffrey ended up thinking of an idea. If you go back and look, I don't know which one that was in. But he ended up pitching the idea that, you know, whatever Shane's, see, I don't know what his gig is. Galactica, was he saying? I don't know. You know, stamping it on things, on makeup or whatever. I'm not expressing myself very well. But anyways, whoever just commented that, I agree. I really people like to see the real. Yeah, but he does other things too. Yeah. Illuminati. I don't know what that is.
What?
But
Of course you don't.
Jeffree Star.
That's one thing I'll say for Jeffree. I've said it before. He comes up with ideas before other people. Like, he was the first person I ever saw stamping something into each individual eyeshadow in a palette. Now everybody's doing it. But I think, as far as I remember, he was the first. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I thought when I used to see his stuff coming up for sale, it was like, damn it, I wish I liked him. Because he had some really cool ideas.
Yeah. That's what it was. Illuminati. Jeffree Star should. I never thought he was like real and vulnerable, and the fact that he shared all that about cutting and about his teeth and his mother and all that kind of stuff.
Did he at any point apologise for being a racist during this whole thing, though?
Mm-hmm. What? Mm. Mm-hmm.
1729. See, I'm so principled. I cut off my nose to spite my face, but it's like once I heard the racist thing, it was like, yeah, no, you're done. And it's like, he's brought out loads of stuff I'd be interested in, but it's like, nope, not buying that. Same with Shane. I can't watch Shane. Yet, these are the people that YouTube pushes. It's like a friend of mine was saying in her video yesterday or the day before, e-beggars are getting away with it left, right and centre, and people that are following the rules and the terms of service keep getting fucking limited things, and this isn't right and that isn't right, and you're fucking dancing on eggshells. And the likes of Shane and Jeffree and Colleen fucking Ballinger and all the rest of them, they're getting promoted, and it's like, really? Do you even know? They don't care. It's like she it was an open letter to YouTube that she did a video on, and it's like, I didn't want to say anything because I could hear how pissed off she was and annoyed, but it's like, YouTube don't give a shit. As long as these people are bringing in views and money, they don't care. They could have Jack the Ripper on there and they wouldn't give a shit. Step by step, how to fucking behead someone. Oh yeah, that'll get views. Come along. It's annoying.
It's so much. It's happening right now.
What is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What? Mm. Mm-hmm. Yes, Lori Labriola. This is live. It's happening right now.
Doesn't it say underneath it when it's live?
So I might have to watch it again, but Even Heather Dubrow has a little bag, pocketbook bag, whatever. She said it cost her $15 at H&M or something. And Jeffree Star, I believe, does not have anything other than Gucci is the lowest of his designers. Does he have a deal going with Gucci? Is that why everything's Gucci?
A deal.
No, the world is just so unfair.
Ain't that the truth?
So many people wrote on Heather's Closet, like what she makes, or that closet could, the amount of all the Chanel and everything could help so many people, but
how do they know she's not doing that as well? I mean, you see these people with all this money and you think, wow, you could feed half of Africa, but how do you know they're not actually doing that in the background, that they're not donating money to this, that and the other? You don't, do you? You're just assuming, and you know what assuming does?
and then she gets crucified on it. People don't think she's humble. I think Jeffree is humble. Shane kept saying in Walmart, we're trying to make Jeffree humble, but just because you have nice things doesn't make you not humble.
How do you know he's humble?
Oh, is it? What is your name, by the way? Do I know you?
Rude. Maybe she doesn't want to, or he doesn't want to tell you their real name. That's why they've got a channel name that isn't their name.
Pom Pom's sitting right here.
Just because you want to plaster your name everywhere.
So, and I even bought one of Jeffree Star's cosmetics. And it's funny because I know the magnitude because I've been to, yes, I think 24. I know. Okay, I'll get to that in 1 second. What was I going to say? Can't remember. I would never want 14 bathrooms. That would overwhelm me.
What if you had 14 children? Why would it overwhelm you, though? I don't understand. If you had a house that was big enough for 14 bathrooms, you'd have staff. Because there's no way you'd be cleaning the entire house. So the only bathroom you have to worry about is the one you're using. Why would you be wondering about the rest of them? I want one to myself. I want to be able to go in when I want to go in without having to wait or bang on the door or scream. I want to be able to just go in and lock the door and sit there all day if I feel like I want to fucking do that. But I can't. And you're saying it'd overwhelm you. I'd love fucking 14 bathrooms to choose from. At least there'd be one I could use.
And she doesn't have to clean any of it.
Of course she doesn't.
Why do you need that? Like, it's excessive. It's so
Yeah, she probably has friends and relatives that visit.
much. And it's so big. I don't know. I mean, she has 4 kids, so as they get older, there's going to be lots of people. But in order to live that life, you have to have people at your house all the time because she has to have a staff. And I would not want people in my house all the time.
You wouldn't have to have them there all the time. If you just wanted a cleaner, they come in the morning while you're asleep, clean the house, you get up. The fairies have done it. Get a chef who puts prepared meals in your fridge for you and you just ding them. There we go. The fairy did that. Why would any of it bother you? When you're out mooching about in the shops, they could be doing stuff at the house. You come home, they're gone. You're talking bollocks. If you were offered that tomorrow, would you say no?
And they keep working and working. So they've written a book. Now they're on Evine selling cosmetics. She was on Real Housewives. She also is an actress. I think she wrote a book of her own.
They like keeping busy, obviously, unlike you.
He has a show and a practice. So I don't know where they find the time.
When you're fit and healthy and you've got someone doing your bookings for you and you just go from one place to the other with your chauffeur driven car or whatever, it's pretty easy to get stuff done.
All right, I want you off the bed. Come on. Come here. Go.
What harm was she doing? Sitting on the bed.
I know, and then she did this one video with her daughter. And the daughter's room is like all white. And she's, I forget how old. She's not the 14-year-old. She's one younger. And somebody even commented and said, you know, does Katarina get to decorate her own bedroom or what? I don't know. It's mind-boggling.
So does she or doesn't she?
Mind-boggling. I don't even think I would want a 10-foot square house.
A 10-foot square house? You wouldn't fit in a 10-foot square house. Stop snivelling.
Even 5,000 square feet would be a lot, but that's probably... Oh, no, they do not. From here, yes. Close up, no. It's just that I have good nail beds. But they are horrendous. Close up, I'm serious. This one had like a problem, so I had to file it like halfway. Yes, but look. Here they are close up. Like ridges. See that dent in the middle of that one? I don't own a lot of polishes anymore at all. I gave them all to my friend Ilana a long time ago, before I moved to California. No, I did, and I don't like it, and I don't want to say anything bad about it because I don't know which one I got. It was sent to me for free, and it ruined my hair. Ruined.
So it wasn't anything to do with the excessive bleaching and brushing your hair with bleaching or pulling at it and fussing with it all the fucking time that ruined your hair. It was something that somebody sent you. Okay. It's like when Lisa blamed the Bumble and Bumble stuff. Whatever.
I know, I need a job first. I have some new clothes, but not, I just went for a walk. I have the Essie Gel Couture, I think, also. But my nails are in really bad shape. And nothing will stick to them really for any length of time. I have clothes that you guys never see.
Of course you do. We've seen your closet,
But
remember?
No, I'm still waiting to hear about the jobs. It doesn't look good that they didn't call. They need somebody right away. To me, that's like tomorrow. And I did call and leave a message on Friday just saying, I'm anxious. I want to have an update. That I only
Don't ring up and tell them you're anxious.
left the message for one. The other job sounds weird. This guy was a little weird. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. It stresses me out. I mean, it would be nice not to have to worry about money. Doesn't solve everything, but at least you don't have money problems. And I would like to be comfortable. But okay, stop. When are you comfortable? Do you have a figure in your head that makes you comfortable?
Yes. When you're living in a house that suits your needs and it's paid for, and you have savings in the bank, and when the bills come in, they're covered and you're not worried about them. It's different for everyone. Depends on what size house you have. Depends on how many dependents you have. Depends on if you can work or not. But yes, there is a level that everyone would say, if I had X amount, I'd be like me. Right, let me think. If I could get a lottery win of $1 million, it sounds like a lot, but the price of bungalows are fucking ridiculous. Then there's moving costs. Then there's decorating. If I could do that, have the bungalow, have it decorated, be moved into it, I'd be happy. Thank you very much.
Right. I loved when he said that. Because he still has scars inside from all the things. And
yeah, the black lady with the acid on her face would have had scars as well.
And what happens is when you're that rich, he doesn't know if people are with him for the money. Like, that's another thing. How do you know if somebody's with you for the money? And then all the family. I can't honestly say that if I got to be friends with him, I'd want him to support me.
What?
If I had a friend that was that rich. Oh, l'chaim.
How rich? One, you don't know how rich Jeffrey is. And two, fuck off. He's made himself, so because he's worked hard and got money, he should pay for everything you need. But having money would stress you out. Which is it?
Debbie. Seriously, if I had a friend that was that rich, I would think that they should help me out. And that's not right.
Oh, I'm glad you realise it.
It's not their responsibility, and he works really hard. It's not like... Right.
See, what I would have said if I was in your position, but you never think that way, I would have said, if Jeffrey was my friend, I'd say to him, please give me a job. Can I answer your emails? Can I answer the phone? Can I be your secretary? I can't do anything physical, can I? So, but that's what I'd do. Have you got any jobs going that I can do from my bed? Not, can you buy me a bungalow with an ensuite? Can you give me a job so I can get a mortgage and buy my own bungalow with an ensuite? See, that's the fucking difference between you and me, laddie. That's you. All the time.
But you know what? He still has to worry a little bit, because there are people that win the lottery and they become broke. So if you had a really,
Because they're stupid. They need a plan.
it's not beneath me at all. I just can't physically do the job. But I don't consider anything beneath me.
Yeah, you do.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
And it would be fun. But I really want an office job. I didn't think I'd ever want an office job, but now I really do. When I was
I didn't think I'd ever want an office job. But I thought that's what you did back in the day.
in an office,
Oh, you were in an office. Okay.
he doesn't
Whatever.
make just liquid lipsticks. He has eyeshadows, and the beauty industry, look at Kylie Jenner. And then once you get that, you have stepping stones to invent other things. He makes way more than liquid lipstick. And his distribution center also has merchandise for other people. And he owns houses, and property values go up. So it's all different things. So he gets money from all different ways. I couldn't do the work at all at Trader Joe's. I just couldn't. It would be on my feet, bending, lifting, stacking groceries. I couldn't do it. But I don't mind being a customer there. I like talking about this money thing. It's like if you won the lottery, right? Who knows what? And I don't think so. I think the beauty industry is only getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And brands are changing, going in and out, and if his brand gets stale, he'll think of something else. He's not just invested in one little aspect, I think he's very, very diversified. I wonder what it's like for Nate, though, because Nate grew up with nothing, and then he's kind of plopped into this world, and you can tell, like, Nate's closet is like this big, and Jeffrey's is this big, and I don't think... Okay. And I don't think any of it matters to Nate. Hi, Sherry.
So why do you think it's weird then? Lots of times poor people go out with rich people and they're not with them for the money, they're just with them because. And they don't want anything from them and they don't need any more than they've got. So what's so strange? Oh, because if it was you, you'd have a closet the same size as Jeffrey's, wouldn't you? Or bigger.
Exactly, Dawn. That's what I was saying. Like, you never know who's real and who's not. And how do you say no to friends that are poor or I don't know about all that. So right, but he's still working. He doesn't rest on his laurels. This is Nate. And are you talking about Jeffrey? You saw the house. Jeffrey he said he's broken. But we all are, I think, to some extent. No, I know a few people that aren't. I think money makes life easier and messier. I think it's both. It's a double-edged sword. And so much. Hello Scotland. Hi Melanie. And I think there comes a
Run, Scotland, run.
point where, like, okay, a Rolls Royce is handmade. Nobody needs a Rolls Royce.
A lot of things are handmade. Nobody needs 17 clear lip glosses. People aspire to have things.
Agreed, Karen. I mean, a car that is.
Right, you're saying about a Rolls Royce. What about you and your fucking top down day and your convertible? Nobody needs a limited edition Volkswagen convertible, do they? Why have you got that?
Is over. I don't know why I make up these numbers. You do, that's. Oh, I was going to say that. Okay, I was going to say that. I hope they don't break up. I really hope they don't break up. That would make me very sad. Because I really think they're in love.
They did, didn't they? Or did they? I've no idea. I don't follow the news where Mr. Starr's concerned.
Mm-hmm. I know, he thought it was boring, but that is what people want to see. I don't love watching the makeup videos where he makes that weird voice and it's edited the crap out of it with the pink wall and it. Like, I liked seeing. Oh my goodness.
This has just reminded me. Do you remember when he launched his skincare and she ripped him a new one because he was lying in a milk bath? So she flip-flops. She likes him now because it was news at the time and she wanted to be on top of what was happening, and then all of a sudden she doesn't like him. Then she liked Tatty, then she didn't. Then she liked so-and-so. What's his name? The avocado bloke, then she didn't. And it's like, she doesn't know who she likes or why. She just wants to be fucking relevant, which she never is.
I had a friend who grew up with a Rolls Royce. I've been in a Rolls Royce.
Whoop-de fucking do. I've been in a Rolls Royce and a Bentley. What does that mean? Somebody else owned the car and took me for a ride in it. What's that to boast about? It was my uncle. That was his dream, to have a roller. And then when he got it, he got a personalised number plate and he was so chuffed. And I was in the car with him one day and we went round the corner and he went, oh, damn thing's cut out again. And it's like, has it? I couldn't hear the engine at all. And then we had a friend who was a chauffeur for the owner of Standard Chartered Banks, and any time he dropped him off somewhere near ours, he'd pop round for a cup of tea and everyone would see this fucking silver Bentley driving round the corner and they're like, who's he? Wow, haven't they got posh friends? It's very rare you'd see a fucking roller or a Bentley in Deptford. Mind you, things have changed now, haven't they? It's very posh down there. Houses are very expensive. Weird, isn't it?
And they ended up. Nate's gorgeous, I think. Oh my God, and he's a skateboarder. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, my friend.
Oh my God, and he's a skateboarder. What, like your son that you drool over? Weirdo.
His parents had a Rolls Royce. They were very rich, but they lived in this really rinky-dink, very modest home. The house I grew up in was much. This isn't even proper English. Much more gorgeous. My house growing up was on a very prestigious road, and it was a big, beautiful center entrance colonial stone.
We don't care. Oof. shall I call it quits at here, because I need a drink, and pardon, and with me talking it should be around an hour-ish maybe, so I'll call it quits here, and I will see you in the next part.